Okay, good afternoon, everybody. We're going to have a quick and fun conversation. So, you were here in 2022, correct? Was that your first CTV World Summit?
Yes.
Okay. Now, something happened to you at that World Summit that changed your business trajectory over these past 3 years. Can you tell us all about that? And Steve, you should be listening to this. Is he here? Oh, he's not. Oh, yeah. You have to listen to this story. It's excellent. Okay.
No. So first of all, thank you very much. Good evening, everyone. In 2022, when I first attended this summit, I didn't know what was connected TV. I knew what was smart TV and how smart TV operates. But what happens in the connected TV world, I was not aware of it. So that gave me, that conference, when I first attended, it was a fireside chat on the ZEE Sony merger plans. It was a fireside chat on the content production, everything about billions, but nothing about connected TV. So that was a turning point when I saw so much can be done in connected TV. And I saw some very big fancy numbers on US connected TV market, fast market going up to 4 billion, UK market 300, 400 million, Germany again 200-300 millions. So I was like, this is fascinating. This is something different to what we are doing in other than traditional TV. But that learning gave us, it's not just easy to launch a fast service. We invested real time in developing a fast set of channels. It is a lot of research that went into it, finding the right tech partners, finding the right content, finding and curating the content. In our case, we have approximately 400,000 hours of content. So it is not just putting and plugging in any content and run a fast service. So what we did, we first of all selected which country, which content, and because we know our audience and we know what our audience is like, so we spent a lot of time and research in finalizing the content. After talking to the tech partners who were our greatest support.
Who were your tech partners?
So at that time, we started with World, and they were great support to us because they were our ambassadors. We being very niche, not many platforms in the beginning were kind of, I should use a word, entertaining us. Fine, no problem, but eventually we get onto a platform, and within 3 days, we were number 2. Our average time spent was beyond their imagination. It was 65 to 75 minutes. So they were very happy with the performance. And that was a learning curve once we had that what content worked. And we did a very targeted marketing to make that successful in Germany.
Was Germany your first market?
Yes. So,
okay.
So Germany was our first.
Why would you pick Germany as your first market versus the UK, where there's a longer standing relationship?
The reason Germany, we picked Germany because we had approximately thousands of hours of dubbed content, and German audiences, they don't have access to Bollywood. Whereas UK has access to lots of Bollywood content. Germany did not. So we thought, or I decided and took management's approval, if it is okay, can we launch in Germany? If it doesn't do well, we'll stop it. At least if we launch in the UK, it becomes a little problem. But Germany, it worked wonders, and it is a success story now for everyone internally.
Now, is there a South Asian population in Germany as well that has demand, or did it extend beyond the South Asian population?
Yeah, so it is for mainstream audiences. There are hardly 100,000 people of Indian descent in Germany.
Okay.
But all our millions of hours of content being viewed by the mainstream German people. So when we did targeted marketing, not just on like digital marketing, we do special digital campaigns on the social media platforms. And it was very fascinating and good to see that lots of viewers, they made their videos on TikTok, how to watch ZEE1 on Samsung, how to watch ZEE1 on Rakuten TV. That gave us really good confidence.
So you had brand ambassadors right there in the country helping you.
And without spending any money on them.
Wow.
So when we had that success, we replicated that success and research and knowledge in targeting markets like France and the UK.
Was that the second country,
Yeah,
France?
so UK was second country. We launched ZEE English, ZEE1 in English. We dubbed all our content in English, and again, the channel came up in good top 20 positions. And then we launched in France. France was a little bit of risk for all the right and wrong reasons, for the language and everything. But again, it did very well. I mean, the first month was a little, because we launched during the Christmas time, but January and February is like, wow. The average time spent has really gone up from up to 55 to 65 minutes.
And how does that compare to other channels that are on those platforms in France? I mean, what's the average?
Well, in terms of average time spent, I have been told we are number 2 or number 3. In terms of viewership, I cannot share the numbers.
Okay.
In terms of revenue, I cannot share the numbers, but yes, the margins in the fast market are 50 to 60%. If we do the content right, if we curate the content right, and if we select the partners right.
So, well, why don't we just use the UK? What's your content curation strategy here for the UK? And how many different channels do you have here in the UK currently?
So in the UK, we have all the Bollywood channels. We have our Hindi content dubbed in English. So based on our research and knowledge, and ZEE has completed 30 years in the UK this year, or rather last week, 5th of March. And based on all the data we had, all the market intelligence we had, we know what people are watching, at what time, and what sort of content they like. Whether they like a costume drama, whether they like a Bollywood movie, whether they like an action, a comedy. So we select and curate program accordingly and schedule it very strategically on our channels. So when we do ZEE1, which is English dubbed channel, we don't just put any program at any time. Based on our experience, because for a viewer, it's a television channel. Viewer doesn't know what is fast, what is slow, what is this. They just switch on the TV, they watch content, and if they like it, they just stay back. So that's how we have selected the content to schedule on our channels. So we have 3 Hindi entertainment channels, a Punjabi language channel, and an English dub channel. Overall in Europe, we have 7 TV channels catering to almost, as per the number, 30 to 40 million users across 14 different countries.
14. So, and what countries are you in now? You're in 14. So you're UK, France, Germany.
So the Nordics,
okay.
Benelux countries, and Poland as well.
Okay, and the DACH countries, because are you in Austria and Switzerland?
Yes, Austria and
okay.
Switzerland.
Okay.
I don't know why they're called DACH country there, but yeah.
Okay, well, it's because of the way the currencies.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. So, and then what makes your strategy in the Nordics different than perhaps the strategy in the German language countries?
It's the content. It's all about content. Content is king, I always say. And when people in Germany, they like a lot of costume drama, and they want their dubbing to be perfect. They don't like hybrid dubbing. They don't like anything which is less appealing. They want everything authentic and nicely dubbed and a great story. They love it. When we come to the UK, UK produces millions of hours of content, so they have no scarcity of content. And UK market is a difficult one compared to Germany. So when we select content for UK, it's a different kind of content which we select and schedule at different times. So there's a difference in strategy of scheduling the content and selecting the content. And of course, marketing is different in the UK when we target our consumers.
And have you brought sports content here as well, or is it just all more Bollywood type content?
Well, on our traditional linear channels, we do have cricket, which we broadcast here. We have rights to International League T20, which we broadcast in January. And next week, we are broadcasting World Cup Kabaddi, which is happening in the UK on our ZEE Punjabi channel.
The World Cup?
Kabaddi. Kabaddi is a sport.
Oh, is it? Okay,
yeah,
what kind of sport is?
it's like wrestling.
Okay,
It's not wrestling, but it is like wrestling.
okay. And is there a solid audience for that here?
Well, England is hosting it. I'm sure
Okay.
they must be knowing that there's a solid audience.
Where can people watch it next week?
Yeah, so it will be available on our channel ZEE Punjabi.
Okay.
And it's a day long. I mean, there will be like 60 matches across 7 days. So,
Oh, wow.
and I think 15 to 20 countries are participating in it.
Okay, are you going?
We'll see.
Okay. So I know you can't tell us the revenue numbers, but you can tell us what the growth rates have been. So 2022, you had no fast business. How much has it grown? I mean, we know you're in 14 countries. We know you have 7 different channels. What's been the growth rate, though, revenue-wise, over the last?
So I'll say year one was 2023 because we launched first fast channel in September 2023. So 2023 September until September 2024, we had approximately 80% growth rate in terms of our top line.
Wow.
And between September 2024 till March, 21%. So it is all due to launching new channels on different fast platforms. Earlier, we were only on a couple of fast platforms. Now we'll be available on another 3 more fast platforms by Q2. So new fast platforms are accepting our content. They have seen the success. They know there is a market, and people want to watch something different than the normal English content or dubbed in their own language. And they have been and they're selling our content at premium. When I say content at premium, I mean the ad breaks at a premium rate. Because they know the rates they can get with our content, it's difficult to get it on a normal traditional content.
Why is that?
It's a dedicated viewership, because our viewership, like in Germany, starts at 8:30 a.m. in the morning. For example, 800 hours are viewed at 8 a.m. in the morning. And it's consistent until 11 a.m.
Oh, wow.
So I have never seen any channel in my life, I mean, who's being watched for 12 hours a day with a consistent line of a viewership. I mean, it does go up in the afternoon, and there's a...
And you gave me a statistic about what the monthly viewership is overall across Europe.
So monthly viewership is around, it's 1 million hours of viewing plus for our fast channels.
Okay. So which is a lot versus...
I mean, for us, it's a good start.
Okay.
It's a good start.
So we're 2025. What are you learning here that's going to help propel your growth over the next 3 years?
To own our own new fast platform.
Okay.
Yes, I mean, all thanks to Steve and organizing this fantastic event, that you're not just making aware people what's happening in the world, but you're trying to let people know, grow more, earn more.
Well, how are you going to grow then over the next...
Yeah, so this is the plan, that to have our own fast platform.
Okay, like a Rakuten or a Pluto?
I'll not compare ourselves with any other one.
Okay.
The reason being, we'll be targeting South Asian diaspora.
Okay.
To make a one-stop shop of fast offerings at one place, even aggregating the mainstream channels like a Euronews or a CNN, so that any South Asian user who's not accessing any other fast service, it will be easier for them to have all their Indian content plus their mainstream content at one place.
Okay, so you're going to do some research as to what that shoulder content should be, because you have data, I would assume, about what types of other channels they might like.
Yes, so the work is already on from the last 6 months, and it will take some more time before we finalize and announce something, because it is a real hard work to target those and launch that service.
Okay, and what's the launch date target? Is it?
It all depends upon the profitability. When we see that it will be, we see the numbers, and then we'll decide the launch dates.
Okay, and Steve, can he come back and then talk about it then?
Come back whenever he wants.
Okay, okay. So
Thank
we're
you.
going to grow more, okay, over the
100%.
next 3 years.
100%.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.